Hey guys, Jamie, and today on Roblox we're playing some more Lumion Legacy as you can see on the screen, and today I'm going to go over every single new Christmas Lumion and Christmas reskin of a Lumion in the game land. So this is a new event, it's going to be here probably for a couple of weeks, I'm not exactly too sure, but we can probably assume a couple of weeks. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to go over every single one of them in this video, and starting off is how do I actually get here, because I've been getting asked a lot of times, how do I actually go to the event place? Go to your Navigate tab, your map basically, where it says Adventure Mode for me, should say, if you're in the adventure mode or trade or battle class sim, it should say Jolly Village. Click on that, it'll basically teleport you kind of similar to like a trade resort into here. And this is where every single Christmas related thing is going to be located. You can't find any of these in the normal adventure mode, even Icicle, which is back. They are all in here, and by the way, Icicle isn't just a normal encounter, but I'll talk about it in a second. But anyway, that being said though, they're going to actually to where all of these things are and how to actually get them. So straight off, we'll start with the most common thing, which is Kratel. This is a variant. This is actually our first variant, which I want to explain a little bit as well. But basically, it's kind of like the simplest term. It's kind of like an Alolan or like a Galarian, basically, in Lumion Legacy. Normal Kratel is a fire type. This Kratel shares the same name and looks kind of similar, but everything else about it is different. The typing is different, the abilities are different, the move pools are different, the stats are even different. So it's basically kind of like I said, like a Galarian Alolan, but in Lumion Legacy. Once you actually get this low, which by the way, is located in this area, like there's patches of grass all along this route, it is kind of like similar to the Halloween Kabunga. They are very common, like 1 in 3, super easy to get, but once you get them, you can actually evolve them into a new Lumion called Festifer, kind of like Wakalaka, for example. To get that evolution low, you need to go to this NPC over here. You need to talk to him once, he'll basically tell you how the minigame works. You can talk to him again to open up the shops, which is Mr. Jolly. But you want to buy one of these decorative lights. Once you buy one of them for 100 cookies, which you get from the minigame, you can actually give it to your Kratel to hold and then trade it while holding this item, and it will evolve into your Festifer. Really, really cool Lumion. I definitely love it, and it actually looks pretty decent for PvP as well. Next up, we'll talk about the Roamer, which sounds odd. I'm going to go over the event Roamer right now, but I'm going to talk about this one because these two I want to talk about basically together. But it's basically for Kratel, really easy to get, and pretty good, I guess, as well. For Wabaliskalin, which is the Roamer, for this one, you need to actually get a gate key, which is actually located in the minigame. You actually have to play the minigame. I got lucky, I got it on my second attempt. But basically, this minigame, you have to like basically steal all people's presents and play mind games to try and get the key. So basically, there's a few items that you can actually get from this one. There is Call, which is the worst item you can possibly get. It's a troll item, it doesn't do anything in the game. And it was in the game last year, it still hasn't done anything. There's also cookies, so you can get between 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, I believe. Just cookies, and it also just gives you the currency. And then the last one, the best one, is the gate key. Once you get this gate key, you can actually head over to the route. There actually is a gate that, believe it or not, it opens. But for this gate key, you can only have one of them. It is a gate key and is a key item. So if I go to my key items really quickly, it's here. Funny, right? A gate key is in a key item. But basically, for all the key items, you can't actually give them to your Lumion, so you can't actually trade them, which means you can't get multiple of the gate keys. So if you get a duplicate gate key while you're playing the minigame more, instead of getting another gate key, you get 15 cookies, which is still an incentive to try and go for more of them. But basically, once you go to this route, this gate will be closed for you, use your key on it, and then go towards the cave, and here's more grass for snow if you want to hunt for the Kratels and stuff. Go to the end of this cave, it'll be right here facing its back to you, and it is a soft resettable Lumion, kind of like the Metronet, so you can battle it as many times as you want. You can run away, you can KO it can KO you, you can capture it, and you can soft reset it and try and get an alpha one. Definitely would recommend getting an alpha one. It's going to be here for a couple of weeks. You can soft reset it as much as you like during those, so yeah, definitely would go for that. But how to get that one as well, once you actually catch it, like Metronet, you can then find it in the wild snow, just outside of the caves in this area. Not in adventure mode, just in this area. The same as like normal Duskets and stuff, it'll be 1 in 1,000 with no booster at all, 1 in 500 with just boosts, and 1 in 125 with boosts and game passes. So pretty cool, just like kind of like a normal room, kind of like exact same as a Metronet. Next up, we're gonna go over Icicle, which is a little bit different. Okay, so last year we had like these presents that you could also click on. You could get like a prize or an Icicle encounter. In this event, Icicle is just a normal encounter. It is a route rare though, so it's pretty uncommon to find, but it is a route rare. Also, I should mention Kleptyke and Kabunga are also in this route. They're not any Christmas themes, they're just to try and fill out the route, so it's not like just Christmas stuff and it's super easy to get everything. But yeah, Icicle is back, and it has some new colorations, okay? So I don't actually have them on my account, so I'll just put them on screen. So basically, the blue one, the light blue one, is back. This is going to be the standard one, so your normal one. But last year we had a red, yellow, green, and dark purple one. This year, instead, we have a black, white, pink, and a dark blue one instead, and those are the rare ones. So basically, how it works, the light blue one is the common one, it's the base one. The red one, the yellow one, the green one, the purple one, and the black, the white, the pink, and the dark blue are the rare ones. You can only find those 4. You can't find these 4 anymore, these were last year's ones. So if you want to get these 4, the colours I have, you have to trade for them. So this year's, it's like I said, the black, white, pink, and the dark blue one. Those are the rare. They're all the same rare as each other. It's just that they're all rarer than the blue one, the light blue one. So yeah, that's basically it. They're kind of pretty rare to find, pretty uncommon. I've only found a couple myself, but they're really, really cool. And I actually want to mention as well that, like I said, as well, the Kratel has an alpha and a gamma. I call it dummy, I keep forgetting its name. Wabalisk, it also has an alpha and a gamma, but you can only soft reset for the alpha because you need to do the mastery to get the gamma. So make sure you do your mastery if you want to go for the gamma. Icicle last year only had an alpha. This year, because it's a random wild encounter and gammas actually exist now, I don't think they did last year. Actually, I think they might have. I don't think they did actually. But Icicle finally has a gamma as well. So for this one, I believe because it's technically an event Loomian, well, I guess they all technically are, but these two have normal gleaming odds, which means if you have game passes and boosts on, these at best will be 128 for both of them. For the Icicle, since it was last year, I'm assuming it will be as well. The gleaming will be 64, and the gamma best odds instead of 640 should be like 320, I believe. So they should be increased. Should be. Not too sure about Icicle, but the Ikazune definitely is. But yeah, it's basically Icicle. It's just a route rare now on this route. Pretty uncommon to get, but once you get them, you're most likely going to get the blue, but every now and then you're going to get like one of the colours, which by the way, all of the colours for this year, like the black, white, and pink, personally, are my favourites. So good. They look so good gammas. But also they are pretty rare. And finally is the Ikazune reskin, which is kind of the exact same as like the Skeleton Dusket. It is twice as rare as normal Roamers, which by the way, Roamers, like normal Dusket, normal Ikazune, Protagon, Mutagon, Cephalops as well, are all on this route as well, so you can just find them as normal ones, just like everywhere else in the adventure mode. But for the Reindeer Ikazune is also here, and it's twice as rare, so naturally, Roamers are 1 in 1,000 base odds. This Ikazune is 1 in 2,000, with game passes 1 in 1,000, with game passes and boosts 1 in 250. But, so basically, it's twice as hard to get, but for the alpha version, this doesn't have the gamma, this is the only one that doesn't have the gamma in this event. It is increased, like the Icicles and like the Skeleton Dusket, so yes, it's twice as hard to find, but it's twice as easy to find a gleaming one, which basically kind of cancels out, so best encounter odds are 250, best gleam odds are 64, which basically means it's 1 in 16,000 still, which is still pretty damn good, and I'll try and go for one person. But yeah, again, this is a really rare encounter, obviously, in the Patch of Grass, and I think Permind is also in here, so there's also that like your normal Loomians. And just also top it off as well, because there is a new mount, if I haven't mentioned already. There is a Ikazune mount, which is this. To get this, some people have complained that it just says question marks in their shop. It naturally costs 200 cookies, I already bought mine. If it says question marks, it's because you need to own a normal Ikazune or a Christmas Ikazune. If it says question marks, it's because you don't own any of them. You need to own one of them to unlock it, just like every other mount. And with that being said, that should be everything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, like I said at the beginning of the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. It definitely helps the channel a lot. And if you are new, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.